All right, today we're looking at something really interesting. It's an investment proposal, and it's built on a pretty revolutionary idea, taking our biggest, ugliest industrial waste and turning it into a super valuable product for farmers. Let's break it down and see if this whole thing really holds up. And really, this is the core question, isn't it? What if we could flip the script entirely? We're not just talking about, a slightly better recycling program here. This is about a fundamental change, taking what's currently a huge cost, a huge liability, and turning it into the engine for a brand new, profitable circular economy. All right, so section one, the unsolvable waste problem. Before we can even talk about the opportunity, you gotta understand just how big the problem is. We're talking about all kinds of modern waste, everything from nasty petrochemical sludge to everyday food scraps. And right now, it's this huge, expensive, and frankly, environmentally disastrous mess that we just have no good way to solve. And when we say it's a failure, we mean a complete and total failure. It's not just that current methods are inefficient. I mean, they are. They're painfully slow, taking months to process waste. But it's worse than that. They actively pollute our water and soil. They create new waste. They leave behind dangerous stuff like heavy metals and salts. So what happens? You've got communities complaining about the horrible smell, and maybe worst of all, the farmers, the people who are supposed to use the end product. They don't trust it, not one bit. And listen to this. This quote really says it all. For some of the absolute worst stuff, like petrochemical sludge, the industry basically just throws up its hands and admits there is no fundamental treatment plan. It just doesn't exist. So they're just piling it up, creating this massive toxic problem with absolutely no solution in sight. It's kind of staggering when you think about it. Okay, section two, innovative tech changes the game. So that's the problem, right? It's huge, it's unsolved. There's 100% sterilization. This isn't an upgrade, it's a complete revolution. So you're probably asking, how does it actually work? Well, it comes down to a few key innovations. First, there's a thermal reaction that hits 190 degrees Celsius. That's hot enough to guarantee 100% sterilization, killing every pathogen, every virus. That's absolutely crucial for safety. Second, the whole thing happens inside a vacuum. What does that mean? No odors can escape and no wastewater leaks out. It's a closed loop. And finally, they use special raw waste in at one end, it goes through sterilization, crushing, the vacuum reaction, and just 1 hour later, out the other end comes a clean, safe, packaged fertilizer ready to ship. It's controlled, it's fast, and it's built for massive industrial scale. So now we're at section three, overwhelming effect proven by data. Look, having a cool process is one thing, but it's totally meaningless bags. That is a massive jump in yield. We're talking more rice, taller plants, more grains on each stalk. For a farmer, that is pure profit, a huge boost to their bottom line from just this one single change. And it's not just about getting more crop, it's about getting better crop. Take a look at what it did for peaches. The sugar content, basically how sweet and delicious they are, jumped from 9.1 bricks to 12.9. That is a huge difference in taste. Plus, the peaches themselves were bigger. So you're not just growing more fruit, you're growing more valuable, premium fruit that you can sell for a higher price. So when you look across all the different crops they tested, chili peppers, cabbage, rice, you name it, the results kept coming back the same. A verified increase of 2 to 3 times the normal harvest. the entire growing season. It just keeps on giving. All right, Section 4, exclusive technology and credibility. At this point, if you're an investor, you're probably thinking, okay, this sounds great, but can someone else just copy it? And who's actually verified all these claims? Great questions. Let's talk about the patents and the third-party proof. First off, you have to understand that this technology didn't just appear overnight. It's the result of 20 years of hard work. We're talking 2 decades of R&D, building pilot plants, testing, refining. All of that accumulated knowledge is a massive competitive advantage. It's a huge barrier for anyone else trying to enter this space. And that entire 20-year journey is crystallized right here in patent number 10. One who matters. We're talking the World Development Administration, top universities like Ulsan, Yingnam, and Gyeongsang, and most importantly, the actual agricultural cooperatives. The farmers on the ground have used it, and they have confirmed just how incredible it is. Okay, Section 5, a new market, a huge opportunity. Let's recap for a second. We've got a proven, patented, validated technology. It solves a giant environmental headache, and it creates a product that farmers love. Now for the final piece, the part that really matters. Can it make money? And this is where the business model gets really, really smart. Look at the competition. Other high-quality calcium fertilizers can 5,000 won, but think about this product's main ingredient. It's waste. It's stuff that other companies are literally paying them to take away. This creates an unbelievable cost advantage. They can deliver a superior product with at least a 25% price advantage. They can win on quality and on price. That is how you dominate a market. So it really all comes down to this perfect trifecta. 1, you have a high-performance product that makes farmers way more money. 2, you have a lower cost structure that lets you undercut all the competition. And 3, it's 100% eco-friendly, ticking every single box for ESG mandates. It's better, it's cheaper, and it's cleaner. You just can't beat that combination. And this is the big vision, the key takeaway. This isn't just about selling fertilizer. This is about creating an entirely new multi-trillion won circular economy. It's a system that takes the huge costs from the waste industry and transforms them, turns them directly into profits for the agricultural industry. It connects 2 massive global sectors in a way that's never been done before. So the question isn't really if this works. The technology is there, the patents are there, the data is undeniable. The real question is one of vision. This is a chance to get in on the ground floor of a company that is poised to fundamentally change both agriculture and environmental management, a chance to solve 2 of the world's biggest problems at once. So the final question for any investor is simple. Will you be a part of creating that future?